80s. You know any of these songs? You think so? Hey, you see that mountain over there? One of these days I'm gonna climb that mountain. Let's go. Good reader. You know, in the box stand or in the truck driving out, it's just great times to visit, talk about things. I've got 3 boys. Getting them out in the woods, sitting long hours in the stand, conversations come up. It may be about girls, maybe about life, decisions, all of those things. Just getting out with our kids gives us opportunities to get away from the telephone, to get away from distractions, and just have those times with dad and their kids, or grandfather and their kids.
Love God, spend time with your family, be kind, uphold the law, or a few things you can do to be like Paul.
Oh, we ain't got a little fight to it this morning.
Go to work, go to church, keep your word, that's all she wrote. Or a few things you can do to be like God. If you wanna be like Rev, get in the word when you awake.
Listen, keep your faith.
Jesus right along every step you take.
And if you want to be like Hank Parker, he puts God first in everything he does.
And we do things the way it was.
Well, we are heading to Illinois. Jude is in the truck. This is the youth hunt in Illinois. I've taken my boys, their 8th grade year, just a trip, me and them. Head off, miss school, and typically we go to Kansas up to Paul's place, and they get to shoot a big Kansas buck with the boat. All right, it's November 10th in Kansas. This is Jake's first day. We're gonna see if Jake can put the old slick trick where it needs to go. Let some air out of one. So, are we ready?
Oh, yeah.
You killed him, son! I didn't want you to get excited, so I was trying to play it down.
So it was a big deal.
He's a huge deer. Dude, you just drilled him. Jeff did it when he was in 8th grade. Jake did it when he's in 8th grade. But we put in for the draw, me and Jude, and I got drawn, and Jude didn't get drawn. So instead of going to Kansas, we're heading up to South Fork Outfitters up there in Minden, Illinois, where I've been the last couple of years with Tad and Peter. And Illinois has a youth season. It's 3 days. It's Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, October. I'm taking my baby, Jude. He's an 8th grader on a trip just with Dad. He's gonna miss a few days of school. You gotta kill 140 inch or better. It's just, it's gonna be a neat opportunity, neat few days, just he and I. Jude not put in for Kansas this year. I drew and he didn't. And so I had to punt and find him a hunt, and he's gonna go to Illinois on a shotgun hunt. We're just driving along and singing songs and hanging out. So maybe we'll get it done in Illinois. were some times, especially as our older boys got older, things became more important to them. And so I'd say, hey, I'm going hunting in the morning, you want to go? Nah, I don't want to go, I'm going to sleep in because the football game was last night or for whatever reason. And I said, no, come on, go with me. And it was in those times that, man, we just really had some sweet moments with them.
The Way It Was is brought to you by Schwacker Broadheads.
Hey man, how are you?
How we doing?
Man, doing great. Doing great. You doing good?
You guys northbound? We're doing real good. We're harvesting. We're moving equipment around, and we finished with beans yesterday, so we're going to switch over to corn. And
Well, good deal. That's good.
you guys headed north?
Yes, we actually spent the night in St. Louis, so we're about an hour and a half from there. We're gonna go to Game Masters, I guess, on our way in and get his stuff. Yeah.
So it's fall break for Jude. So we got to Illinois Friday. The youth hunt started Saturday. It was a 3-day youth season in Illinois.
What about everything? It's kind of warm going to be this weekend, but that probably shouldn't matter, huh?
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
We'll be all right.
Good.
I think if we keep these south winds, there's a blind that we should have some pretty close shots at.
Okay, good. He's good.
Man, if you haven't done this, Illinois, for non-resident youth, offer an over-the-counter tag for $10.50.
All right. Well, cool. Well, I'll be around the lodge. Me or one of the boys will be around the lodge.
Okay, are we staying at the lodge?
Yep.
Okay, well, good.
Illinois Wildlife Department's really trying to get children into hunting, and so they lower that price. And so we took advantage of it, went up to South Fork Outfitters, where I go every year with Tad and Alice and Peter.
All right, well, look, I'll see you up there, man. Get back to cutting. I'll leave you alone.
Yep, we'll catch you in a bit.
All right, brother. Bye.
All right, well, the first day when we were there in Illinois, it was hot. Evenings were going to be the hot times for us, where the deer just come out in these fields. We were hunting over some cut corn fields, cut bean fields. Farmers were out harvesting. It's late in the summer, early in the fall, and so they're getting all these crops off the ground. And the deer are taking advantage of the corn and the beans that are left behind. And so right at dark, it seems to be the time where the big boys typically walk.
All right, guys, I'm Jude. We're in Illinois. This is a different type of hunting than we're used to in Louisiana. I've never really hunted outside of Louisiana. It's a bunch of fields and agriculture that I haven't been around and experienced in my life. And so it's super nice here. Subtle. There's a ton of deer. They're a whole lot bigger than we're used to. And so I'm getting to miss 2 days of school, Monday and Tuesday. I'm in 8th grade. We're gonna be hunting. It's youth season here in Illinois. We've got a redneck blind, and we're gonna see if we can't shoot us down a big buck.
That's right. Is that comfy?
Yes.
So what I do is I tighten it up when I get it where I want it. So it's not so wobbly.
Get it where I want it.
You do it. You tighten it. Oh, there's another one coming behind it. Where's my mama? Dog grass. She's still her head up.
Yeah.
Second morning youth hunt, Illinois. It's been Sunday morning, and we saw 9 does. And it's Sunday, and I'm not preaching. I got a buddy of mine that's filling in for me
today back home, and we're gonna get on the phone in a little bit, and I brought my headphones and listen in, see, have a little worship out here in the stands.
Every person in this room makes life plans. Every church that exists under the lordship of Jesus makes plans for his glory. But here's what Paul is telling us: our plans are much too small. So my aim today is for us to be stirred up by one another, especially as we see the day approaching, to believe God for more. That's my aim, to stir you up for the mission of God. So if you have a Bible, I invite you to open it with me to Matthew 28.
We're in Illinois. We're loving it. It is beautiful here. All we need is the wildlife to cooperate a little bit. So there he is. He just pushed his head up. Look at him. Look at him in here. Look at him. That's not the deer you want.
It's not.
No.
Too small.
Yeah.
That's a shooter back home though.
Oh yeah, that doesn't compare.
Oh, there's deer behind us too.
Look at him.
They may be eating behind.
I'm curious what this buck's staring at in the woods.
He's another buck.
The Way It Was is brought to you by Hybrid Light.
Alright, it's our last morning. Illinois youth hunt. It got cold. It's probably 38. Said it felt like 33. We're in a different spot. Seen a few does this morning. Man, it looks good up here. So just hoping maybe one gets to moving around. Jude's ready to stop a heart. So there's some deer right there, Jude. 3 of them. About to come out on that green patch right there.
How many yards?
136. They're right at the end of the green patch. See him? Right there close, you see him? They're just right here. See where it goes down and then back up? 3 of them.
Yeah, it's 3 does.
Yeah. 4 of them. There's another one coming in the back.
Oh yeah.
Well, anyway, things may be picking up, so hang on with us.
So the third day, we end up in a spot. It's a cut cornfield. We had, I don't know, it's probably 20 or something, 30 does coming out. There's an 18-wheeler and a corn truck dumping corn that is being cut while we're in the stand, and we pushed the deer down closer to us. It was just perfect situation.
Alright, this is it. This is the last hunt of the youth season for Illinois. Jude's 8th grade big adventure with Pops. And so I normally am the last hunt guy, get it done the last hunt. And looks like Jude may follow in my footsteps. So we're in a place where we hunted a few days ago. It's a cut cornfield. The wind's not great, but a lot of deer are coming into this field right at dark, and they got a lot of good bucks on this farm too. So we saw a good one at dark. So it was a little dark the other evening, and so we're just gonna see what comes out. We're gonna hunt till we can't hunt anymore, and knock one down and head home to Louisiana tomorrow morning. And Jude is missing school right now. Yeah, so I gotta get him back. You know, when your wife and your mama is in education, then missing school days aren't good days, and so she takes that serious. I just kind of figured Jude may remember this more than he gonna remember what he learns in science or social studies or whatever else he takes in the 8th grade. So anyhow, hang with us. We're gonna get it done tonight. I feel good. You feel good?
I feel good.
I feel good. All right. Well, bye.
The Way It Was is brought to you by 3 Rivers Archery.
Does were coming out all evening, little bucks, little dinks, and then right at dark, we saw the one that Jude was going to shoot.
Oh, that's a bigger deer.
Can we shoot him?
Now, when this deer came out, Jude asked me, he said, "Daddy, is this a shooter?" I said, "No, this is the one we're doing." This is the last 5 minutes of the last hunt for the youth season. And I'll be honest with you, he gets that honest. Oftentimes, it's the last minute for me on these hunts that I end up killing my deer.
You want to shoot him?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hang on, don't do it while he's walking. Hang on.
So Jude lines up on this deer. It's about 150 yards broadside, and when he shoots, you can hear on the video, he said, "Daddy, did I hit it?" And I said, "No, I don't think you hit it."
Shoot him.
Did I get him?
Nope.
I missed him.
Yeah.
The deer just acted funny. I didn't see him jump or anything. He just kind of walked off slowly, and he turned broadside. We got another shell in.
Take a breathe. He's standing broadside. You see him?
And this time the deer was out, I don't know, 160, 165 yards, and Jude took another shot at it.
Squeeze it, don't jerk it.
And that time I knew he hit him, and so it was after several minutes, about almost an hour, we got down and went toward where he shot the deer, and there he was. Found him about 150 yards from us.
What in the world? Let me see that thing.
Thank you.
Congratulations, buddy. What about Illinois?
Rip his head up a few more times.
Golly. I'm over here in Illinois, and every time I come here, it's this Tioga, Illinois. We hunt here. It's close to Minden, Hancock County, and I drive by this church. Man, it's just an old, beautiful sanctuary. For decades, folks from Tioga in this area have been gathering here as the church. But I want to remind you something. The church isn't that building. It's not that building. As beautiful as it is, as old as it is, in great shape as it is, I want you to realize this. The church is a body. Jesus said in Matthew 16, verse 18, he said, upon this rock, I'm going to build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. He wasn't talking about that building. He wasn't talking about all the church buildings that you and I see all around this country. He was talking about his death, his burial, and his resurrection. Literally what he says, upon this rock I'll build my church, and the gates of hell will not prevail against it. You see, Jesus built the church on his death and his burial and his resurrection. Are you a part of his body? Are you a part of the church? Have you trusted in him as your Savior? That's the only way to be a part of the church, is to know him and to trust him. If you've never done that before, we would love a chance to get to visit with you. In fact, you can go to this website at the bottom of your screen. It's inthehunt.org, and you can type in questions about faith, about heaven, about hell, any of the questions that you want to know about spiritually, and folks will be able to answer that. And here's our prayer, is that you will become part of the church. Not a building, not a group of people, but unite yourself with Jesus and the body of Christ. Hey, thanks for watching The Way It Was.